things that kind of like just pop up and just make you want to go, Interesting enough, a couple of my friends have posted on Facebook, Instagram, whatever areas of social media, um, in reference to, um, karma. You know, karma. They say karma is a bee and all this kind of stuff, and I always find it interesting. It's the same thing that's said about karma, but I look at it is that karma, either way, good or bad, we all gotta pay for it. And it's not so much, I won't say it's not so much what you've done in the past, even in the past, but what you're doing currently, putting out that type of energy, whether it's negative or positive. It's like, I feel like sometimes you'll have immediate karma that you have to pay, and you have karma that takes some time for you to pay, because it's I won't say it's waiting for you to level up or vibrate higher. It's just kind of like sitting and just waiting. Just like if a child misbehaves and they've done something and they know they did something, and then the parent is like, what you doing? Nothing. But then it takes the parent a while to find out exactly what the child did, or they hid it, kind of thing. So sometimes I kind of look at it like that, like we think we can hide the things that we've done, the negative things that we've done, and sometimes, but it's funny because people really think they can hide stuff, and you can't. I'm not saying anybody's perfect. I'm far from it. Nobody really has it all together. We're all just trying to figure it out, to say the least, and we're doing our best. And then you have some that are just completely in denial and don't want to deal with it, but then they find themselves getting stuck. There are certain things that they're going after, and they're like, I don't understand why I'm getting it. Think back. Think really, really hard. What was done, what was said, what kind of energy was put out into the universe to make it so that the universe doesn't want to give it to you. I'm not saying that the universe wants you to have your heart's desire, but you have to be at a certain level in order to receive it, or make room in general, for it, because you can't have anything on a plate. If your plate is full, you can't get somebody, let me borrow your plate and no, it's not going to work like that. But in the terms of karma, let's just be mindful of how we act, how we talk. And sometimes the karma that you pay will require an individual or an energy to be removed, because it no longer suits you. You no longer need it. It's like, when you have studied for a test in school and the subject really, really well, and you get your test and you see the questions or math question, whatever the case may be, and you're confident, like, I studied this, so, and your answers are right, and your teacher grades your paper, you get it back, you're like, yeah, I knew exactly what I was doing, so I kind of knew what the end result was going to be. Whereas some will have a test in school and have all the material, but will not study it because of XYZ 1, 2, 3. And when they go to take the test, they're surprised. It's like, don't be surprised. You didn't look at the required material in order to pass the test. So, of course, that test is going to either come back, that grade's going to come back and haunt you later in the year. When it's time for you to pass that class, it's going to be that one test. So let's just be mindful that when karma does come and presents us with a lesson, what materials do you have to pass that lesson? It's not always going to be a person. You already have all the materials. You just have to learn how to tap in and utilize it. You have everything you need. Think about it. At this very moment, just take a second and stop and think about, do I have everything I need besides everything that you want? It takes work on a number of levels, not just, you know, physical, just like somebody works really hard to get that promotion, or somebody works really hard to save that money to get that car. It takes work, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes you being grateful, it takes you having that certain level of awareness. You know, none of us are completely awake. We're not going to even pretend that we all are. But, you know, the more that you dig into yourself, into the universe, and start to really understand what you have inside you, is so much greater than what you think, that you will open yourself to a whole new different levels of possibilities, more abundance coming through, and paying that karma back. You know, love thy neighbor as thyself. Everybody's familiar with that. But are you really loving yourself even when karma's coming around? You know, it's karma is not a bad thing. Karma is a state of, how can I put this? Karma is a state of being, and being aware of what you put out and what you let in. Now, it's just like when you go shopping. And ladies, we know we like our handbags and all that kind of stuff, but we got to make sure that, you know, we support black business. And there may be this bag that you want, and you go look at your account and you're like, okay, I don't have enough money to get this, but you know what, I'm gonna see what I can find and get this bag. Do you really need, if you're going that far, do you really need that bag? No, it's a want, it's not a need. So karma, in a sense, to me, works in that similar capacity. Karma will give you the things that you need in order to elevate, in order to expand your consciousness, in order just to be a better person, and just an overall a kind human being. And that's something everybody should strive to do, instead of doing all this crazy crap that the world wants you to do. It takes everything to be different and to stand out. And everybody has heard that quote before. But karma, there's a lot of, I'm getting justice that's coming up. Maybe there are a few of you, or some of you, or most of you feel as though you didn't get done right. And that's, unfortunately, that happens. But even though that you were not done right, don't internalize that. People who don't like you don't matter. They don't. They are a sentence in your paragraph of your life. A sentence. Maybe not even that. Maybe like 2 words. But with overthinking it, you can turn them into a whole chapter, chapter 1. And that's something that you don't want to do. When you are presented with an issue, look at the issue, or you can, I'm not going to tell you what to do, you're going to do what you want to do anyways, like I'm going to do what I want to do. But anywho, when karma does come up, and it comes in the form of a person, place, or thing, I consider karma as a noun. Think about it. What am I being presented with? 1. 2, what do I have to learn from this? 3, what am I hoping or looking for karma to remove, so I don't have to be associated with it anymore? So just, you know, a few things to take into mind. And, you know, trust your intuition. It'll never lead you wrong. And you can follow your heart. My dad always told me to follow your heart. Some of us follow our head more than our heart. But you can use your heart. But damn it, at the end of the day, use your intuition, because it will never steer you wrong. And it'll present you with such clarity that you're like, you know what? I don't know why I didn't think about that before. So trust it. People, once you start trusting your intuition more, people that are negative will leave your life. Like, 1 minute they're there, 1 minute they're gone. And that's how you know what, that person, place, or thing was not for me, and it had to go. We hold on to stuff because we get comfortable. We get complacent. We're too dynamic of creatures. to be stagnant.